So the IRS has released some data showing their progress for the 2025 tax season. What they do is they post regular updates showing how many returns have been filed, what the average size of refunds are, what the average amount of a direct deposit is. And so far, the data is showing that at the same time last year, the average tax refund is down 32%. Now, although that might sound alarming, there is a very good reason for it. So let's have a look at the article, and then we'll take a look at the IRS data, the raw data itself. So, data released last week, that's ending on February 14th, shows that the average refund is down almost 33% when compared to the same time last year. So returns so far are averaging about a $2,169 refund versus the refunds issued at the same time last year were $3,207. Now the IRS has issued about 13.6 million refunds. Same time last year was 20 million. So the big question is, what's going on here? Should there be cause for concern? And the short answer is no. Most of this is attributed to the data not including refunds that are claiming the earned income tax credit or the additional child tax credit. So for those of you familiar with that, if you're claiming either of those credits, the refunds are basically held up until that PATH Act expires. So if we have a look at the actual raw data here, so this is the data published, filing statistics for the week ending February 14th, 2025. And what we'll see here, the note that they have here, it says, please note that these refund numbers for the week ending February 16, 2024, so that's last year's season, those numbers included PATH Act refunds, so the earned income tax credit, the additional child tax credit, while the refund numbers for this week in this data release do not include those numbers. So that is mainly the reason why we're seeing a drop in the refund amount at the same period from last year. So we can see here the total returns received. Returns received so far a little less than last year, so about a 4.9% decrease. But the one figure that everybody is really interested in are these average refund amounts. So if we look at the total number of refunds issued so far in 2025, that's the $13.65 million. And then the same time last year, 13.6 million returns. And the same time last year was 20.8 million. And the variance there is certainly attributed to all of those returns that were being held up because of the PATH Act. And then the same issue goes with the average refund amount. So we can see there the average refund amount, $21.69 so far for 2025 versus same time last year was $32.07. So if you see these kind of headlines and you're concerned that, well, maybe what changed? Why am I getting less money? Why are the average refunds being less? The truth is they're probably not less. They might even be a little bit more. So you just have to kind of wait and see. Now, what they have also noted here is that due to these reporting cutoff dates, the 2025 PATH Act refunds should be reflected in next week's filing statistics. So a lot of this data will kind of even out. So maybe next week we'll see less of a variance within these numbers, right? These are some big swings here as far as total number of refunds, average refund amounts, and then certainly the average amount of direct deposit that's being sent to taxpayers' bank accounts. All right, so that covers it for this update. I hope that was helpful. Try to dispel some of the fears that you might have seen in some of these recent headlines. The data will likely even out now that all of these refunds related to the EITC and the ACTC are being sent out, and they will be reflected in next week's data release. All right, so that covers it. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next one.